Hello, my name is Renee Lamolino with Modern Homemakers, and today we're going to do a haircut. This is Izzy, and although she has this beautiful long hair, she gets lots of tangles in it, and she just hates to have her hair brushed. So that leads to more like rat's nest in the hair. Not a good thing. So she's decided that she wants her hair shorter. Did you want it like just a little shorter, or do you want it a lot shorter? A lot shorter, yeah. All the way up to the shoulders. She says she doesn't even want it touching her shoulders. So we showed her some pictures and she wants a bob. So I'm going to show you how you could do this yourself at home. First off, you need to cover up with, this is a shampoo cape, which you could buy at a beauty supply store, or you could just use a sheet. I don't really recommend a towel because if you use a towel, it's kind of thick and the hair is not going to lay down flat. So a sheet would work, or the shampoo cape. That's just going to keep little hairs from getting down her back. Then we need also, the hair needs to be wet, so we're going to spray it down. We washed it earlier, but it dries real fast, so it's already dry. Also, her bangs need trimming, so we're going to do a bob haircut and with the bangs. Are you excited, Izzy? Yeah, she's been wanting to do this all summer. Be a nice back to school haircut. So you want it wet so that it lays down. It doesn't work out so well cutting hair dry. It ends up not being as straight if you try to do it dry, so always wet it down. Another thing you're going to need is a rat tail comb, you know, just any kind of a sharp pointy at the end of the comb. I'm just going to part in the middle. Then I'm going to part it all the way down the back. And if it's not totally straight, it's not really a big deal. We take 4 sections, parting the hair in 4 different sections. So first one is down the back, and then we're going to go right above her ear. So from her center part down to the ear. Is that ticklish? Then we're going to take just a little hair at the bottom. And that's what we're going to cut first, is this bottom section of hair. You can see how tangly her hair gets. Even though it was just brushed, it's already getting tangly again. And just kind of wrap it around, get it out of your way. You'll also need some clips, 4 clips. You can get these at a beauty supply store, or really any like a pharmacy, that kind of store, or I'm not trying not to mention any names, not to mention any specific names, but a lot of places will have those clips. If you want to just make one trip, though, you could go to a beauty supply store, because you're also going to need some sharp scissors. So other scissors that you might use for cutting fabric or paper are not going to be sharp enough to do a haircut. That'll end up real jagged. So you definitely need to get a pair of hair cutting scissors, and they're not too expensive. Like, I probably spent maybe $20 on these, but you can use them over and over. They'll last for years, and when you figure that the price of one haircut is going to be $30 each time you go to pay for a haircut, or a lot more than that. So, you know, an investment in a pair of hair cutting scissors is really a pretty good investment. Just my personal opinion. I'm sure some of you will try it with regular scissors, and let us know your results if you do that. also helpful if you have a place that you could sit in front of a mirror, like a bathroom, you could put a chair in front of a mirror. We don't have that right here, but a mirror is real helpful to see that you've got both sides even. All right, try to sit up. You're leaning. You excited? Okay, I'm going to wind that up tight so that it's out of our way. Okay, the first cut we're going to make is actually in the back. So she said that she wanted this like right about her shoulder length. So Izzy, I need you to sit real straight. So I need you to sit up tall, because and sometimes if you can't get them to sit tall, you could even have them stand. Because if they're leaning to the side, then you could get the whole haircut could be crooked, which we don't want. Okay, are we sitting real tall? Yeah, like that. Stay like that. All right, first cut I'm going to make across the back. So the bob is kind of just an across. It's not a big U shape. Some haircuts are more of a U shape. It's more straight across. Awesome. So that's our length. And we will use that as kind of our guide for all of the other cuts. Then we're going to come to the sides and do that same length on the sides. Are you sitting tall still? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, we got those pesky old tangles again. Won't be doing that for long. Those are going to be gone. Yeah, this was why the long hair was such a problem for her, because even when we get the tangles out, they're just right back again. Here. Got to get that out, or else it's going to be, that part will be longer whenever that tangle comes out. If I could even just comb down far enough to get that below where we're going to cut, I could just cut it off, which is what I'm going to do. So that tangle is still down below, and I'm just going to leave it because it's going to be gone in just a second. All right, sit tall. Yeah, thank you. Okay, then we want to match that up with the back. And we just cut that tangle off, so it's gone now. And then another little, we're going to do the other side, and we want to make sure that they're the same. So lift the chin up. So we could go like this. That, you know, could give us the length. Another thing that we do is sometimes, I'll show you how to check that in a second to make sure that they're the same. But I made one little snip so I can see that snip, and that's where I'm going to go to. Okay, it's matching up real well with the back. Okay, then if you bring to the front, take these two hairs and pull them together. See if they go to the same spot on the chin, and then I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Now, after that, that's actually the hardest part. Once you have that done, all we have to do is just keep bringing down a little bit of hair at a time. Just make it a nice thin part so that you can see through it. And then we'll cut off of that. That first part is kind of like, you might think of it like a pattern. And if you can't see the hair underneath, then that just means you need to make your part a little bit thinner. So So you just go and cut that same space. Yeah, looking good. Don't get in any hurry when you're doing this. Just take your time, because you can't glue it back on. That's the bad news. If it's a little bit shorter than you meant it to be, then, you know, that's the good news. It grows back. Hanging in there, Izzy? Yep. All right. So once again, I'm just following that pattern, that line underneath. Oops. Good thing this is not a beauty shop. I wouldn't be able to use that after I drop it off the floor. But I'm not getting paid, so I'm going to pick it up and reuse it. I went to beauty school right out of high school, so that's been many, many years ago, because all of my children are grown and I have 11 grandchildren. So I went to beauty school right out of high school, and I did work for a while. I had a beauty shop whenever I was raising my children, whenever they were young. I had a beauty shop in my home. It was a great way to have a little bit of income while still staying at home. I worked in a salon for a while also, but I haven't actually, that's been many, many years. I haven't actually worked doing hair in many years. But I've always found that even after I stopped doing hair as professionally, I found that those skills that I learned have paid for themselves many, many times over the years, because I've kept my beauty license current, so I can still buy the nice things for hair color and permanence and that stuff from the professional places. But what I found is you can buy a lot of those things just, you know, without going to a beauty store. They have a lot of different hair. I could show you sometime how to do hair color, how to do permanence. Really, these things are not that hard to do. If you just follow the steps, you can do it.